Welcome back to the show. We are coming to you from Oracle TV. The show is The Toxic Show. We usually go into the community, look at the things that are happening in our community, give you solutions concerning different topics, concerning different challenges that we have in our society. And today, we are talking about parent-child relationship, and the crew with me right here in the studio are giving me a good time because I'm hearing things that I believe all of you need to hear. Now, before we went on break, they said, from 18 years old, you are good to go with a relationship. But tell me, director, at 18, relating my daughter, you can even tell the way I'm talking. So explain to us, how does an 18-year-old get into a relationship? Or what do you mean by relating?
First of all, an 18-year-old legally is allowed to relate, to have a relationship with the opposite sex, and to date and to court and to marry, legally speaking. And the only reason that probably parents are apprehensive is because at that age they are still in school, so they haven't finished their training, and they haven't started their career. So ideally, now that is why they wouldn't want to see, or you wouldn't want to see your girl dating at that point. Because if they get married at that point, they don't have any formal like college certificates. They don't have a career, they haven't started anything, and then they are into marriage and childbearing and all that. Then
even their mind, are they developed?
Their mind is still growing. So that's why parents are apprehensive. But remember, now at that age, it is not illegal to date. But I wanted to also mention that teenagers, parents get very apprehensive when they see their teenagers getting into relationships. Let me call it relationship first. Relationships between the opposite sex is a healthy thing. If it's a healthy relationship, it's not toxic. So a girl and a boy should learn how to relate with the opposite sex. Those are important skills we learn in life that help us in life. They'll also help you handle courtship later in life and handle even your partner. So if you exclusively bring up your girl away from boys, then the day she will get a chance to venture into the world of boys, she'll not have the skills to handle the boys.
So how do you as a parent do that without feeling like, as long as you're under my roof, no boys? Because that's how we feel.
Well, those are destructive feelings, I would say. And that is what a parenting style we call authoritarian.
All right.
Authoritarian is when you want to be very controlling. And you set the rules very high, and you don't expect to be questioned by your teenager.
Okay.
And remember, at this stage, they have so many questions, and they know they have their freedom, they know their rights, they have even been taught in schools. So at that point, you set yourself up for a very big conflict. But because you're wielding the authority, you have the money, you control things, you control everything.
Charge.
You feel like it has to be my way or the highway.
All right.
Which now becomes very destructive for the young kids, because now that they don't have the power, like they don't have the money or the power to control you, they will now look for attention. They'll look for whatever you're not giving them elsewhere. And unfortunately, we buy them phones, and it is through these phones that they'll look for those other things they are lacking from you. And their freedom, they'll look for everything. They'll plan their Bomet date or their Bomet party on your phone inside your house.
Bomet what?
Yes, the Bomet party.
What's that?
Okay, well, it was in the news last week when kids were arrested in a party. That was not for very good intentions. So these things are happening. Just the fact that Bomet was one of the places which the media was able to cover doesn't mean that it is not happening in Nakuru.
That's why it's called a Bomet party.
That's why I'm calling it a Bomet party. So they will plan it on their phone, and they'll execute it to the precision. You can even be sleeping and they'll go out and come back. Yes.
And they can also be having sex on that phone. They don't have to go out.
Once they have their phones, there is no limitation, there is no PG on the phone. You can do anything in that phone, so And because you're now the authoritarian parent, you don't have control over them. And the only control you can get over them once you give them a phone is to empower them with the right information and encourage them not to go to these sites, and they are dangerous, and why you should not be engaging in this kind of cyber sex or getting into some social media sites that are not very positive. you give them the information so that you empower them to make an informed decision.
Okay.
When you're authoritarian, you tell them not to go to Facebook, not to go to Snapchat, not to have cyber sex, but they will have it because you are not there throughout the time. And they'll be doing it to rebel. Yes, at this stage they will rebel most of the things you tell them. Okay. So you don't put rules, you don't want them, you discuss rules and agree. Okay. Of course you're in control and you're the one who is wielding the authority.
Stacy, what is a responsible manner? I know there's quite a number of relationships out there, but I know our teenagers are listening to us and parents are also borrowing ideas from teenagers. But what is a responsible manner? A teenager who is 18, 19 can relate in a responsible way, and a parent will feel comfortable about that relationship.
Okay, first of all, you have to be open to your parents. Tell them what those people who are coming on your way. Okay, also you have to, these people come, opposite sex come. Okay, these people come and tell you this, you are beautiful, you are this and that, but okay, you have to listen to them. Don't assume them, but tell them this is not the right time. A time will come for that.
So you're telling us at 18, 19, whatever, you are relating with them, but you're not sleeping with them. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make that clear. So that at least our viewers are able to understand that relating has got dimensions. Yeah, so that is a dimension whereby you're able to, have a decent conversation, talk about different things in life.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we also get to see some of our fellow students.
All right.
Some of them we saw in the television. They did their exams when they're having babies. Yeah. Due to lack of guidance from their parents. Yeah. If they opened up to their parents, they would not be there. Yeah. Okay.
So basically at 18 and you're having a relationship, you need to have a coach. That's what you're telling us.
Yes.
To guide you. I mean, like this boy or this girl has come in your life and they're able to tell you, this one, I don't think this is the right person to relate with at this specific time. Yeah, Amina, how do you feel about the right way to relate as a teenager?
Yeah, actually the right way. One thing you need to relate to their fellows is have your principles.
Okay.
When you're having a friend or you're having a boyfriend, you need to have your guidelines.
All right.
This is what you're going to do. This is how it will go.
What are the guidelines?
For example, you respect me, I respect you.
What is that? Respect my body?
Respect my body, respect everything that I said.
Okay.
Yeah, people are different. With me, I can say you respect my body.
Yeah.
There's no physical touch. But with other teenager, they'll say this and this. So it varies with our mindset and it varies our principles.
Okay.
Another thing, we need to be open to your parents.
Just wait. Sometimes we hear our generation is lost. I think we've heard that so much, Mwenja. But it's so encouraging to hear a teenager saying, for me, my body is out of bounds. I think that is very important for other teenagers to hear because it is actually for your advantage.
Yeah.
Because if you just let anybody touch it, at the end of the day you feel used, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, for example, we start dating at 18.
Yeah.
18 I've dated.
Yeah.
We break up with that guy.
Yeah.
19 I also dated. So by the time I'm getting married, I've dated like several guys.
Yeah.
And all of them they used me. So I want to be a good product.
Yeah.
I want to be original product.
Wow.
So that will disadvantage my future husband and me also.
Okay.
And it also takes away my dignity.
Wow. Now, come and hear this. It takes away my dignity. I think that is something we need to tell our girls and our boys. Because sometimes relationships are branded like they are always a good thing. And they're not necessarily bad. But when it involves physical affection, sex, and all those emotionally tagged stuff, they have a package after that.
Yeah.
There is heartbreaks. You are dumped.
Yeah.
And you can imagine a girl who is 18 and they have been dumped. And they are nursing a broken heart.
It happens several times.
It can also be pregnancy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They can be pregnant. HIV.
Yeah.
They can also
STIs.
be
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So basically at the age of, as a teenager, having relationships is not dating or courting or having marriage in mind or settling with a person. Because being a teenager, basically, what do you do with life and this girl is in your life? If she gets pregnant, where are you going to take the baby? You are a baby yourself. Yeah. So I think it's important for all the teenagers and the parents to understand it is okay for our teenagers to meet the opposite sex and have a healthy relationship with the guidance of the parents or any guardian, or maybe a coach or whoever is influential in that teenager's life. But it is okay. Do you feel like parents are very much overprotective when it comes to teenagers? Yeah.
Not realizing that we need to go and interact with others.
Yeah.
We need to get the exposure that is needed. Once I'm inside the home 24/7, when I go out, the things I will meet and I don't have the knowledge, I'll definitely do it because I don't know.
All right.
So overprotective is not a good idea.
Yeah.
For you to block me to do some things, because I need to be exposed. I need to know this is it.
All right.
Yeah.
Ceci, you want to go out to do what at 18? What do you want to go out and do? Eat ice cream, chips, go for a movie? What do you mean you want to go out and you don't want anyone to be overprotective?
Okay, I have to get to know what the outside world has for me.
Okay, but you can see it on TV at home.
Get to see what is there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I can give an example of my friend.
Yeah.
There's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Her mother is so overprotective, such that anamwekea spy. Everywhere the girl goes, there's a spy.
Spy, like human spy or a camera?
Yeah, human.
Jesus. Okay. Uh-huh.
So,
and how is it going?
Okay, it's hard for them to relate and get to the girl to open up. It's hard.
Yeah.
So there was one time the girl went to the workplace of the mother. So after going, and then the girl was going home, the mother followed the girl. So the girl was found with an age mate who is a male.
Yeah.
So and the mother was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And yet they were doing nothing. They were doing nothing, just saying hi and going. So the mother thought that there's something cheeky going on.
And actually, it becomes difficult when your parent is so overprotective. If you're overprotective of me, there's some things I won't tell you. Because one thing I know, if I tell mom, this will happen.
You already know.
I already know. So we keep our emotions, some stuff to ourselves because mom ni moto.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she won't agree to this and that.
I'm still thinking, how does a mother put a spy? I mean, parents, you do those things.
Hey, they're there.
My goodness. Well, I know there is overprotectiveness, but I never actually thought a human being in this country can have a spy following up a girl. What could have happened already in that parent's mind? What's going on?
It happens a lot. They may not have a 24-hour kind of protection.
Yeah.
But they will have somebody who will be watching or spying over them in certain areas. They can install cameras in the homestead, secret cameras that the kids don't see.
Wait, is it insecurity? Why would I mean...
Yes, when you don't have a conversation with your child and when you don't have a relationship with your child, you know that you are out of... You don't have control.
Okay.
Because there's no time you will have a word with the child and guide them and tell them what you want. And there's no time they'll tell you the most intimate details of what is going on in their lives. Yeah. And therefore, that lack of control makes you want to have it. And you can only have it now through these cheeky ways of cameras and spies and all that. Yeah. And these are the authoritarian parents that we mentioned. You know, they want to control, they want to set the rules, they don't want to give you time to talk and to express yourself. Yeah. And that authoritarian approach, of course, leads to this teenager feeling that, you know, looking for other ways to get their freedom, and they will now most likely be doing it the wrong way.
Okay. Yes. Wow, that is quite something. Now, I want us shortly to talk about career. I know sometimes teenagers, as much as we have all these other things that we talk about in the society, important things like career. Do you believe that teenagers should be very serious in their teenage years about their future? Because sometimes we concentrate about relationships and we concentrate about, you know, what the society is saying. But I think maybe you can tell me what you think about a teenager and career. Do they need to be serious, or do they just need to, like, now you finish your Form 4? Yeah. What are you thinking to do?
I have a lot to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I have have a lot to do.
You have some plans?
A lot.
Tell us some of them.
A lot. Actually, I'm at PDO. We are planning some youth workshop, youth empowerment, which is I'm passionate about it.
Wow.
Public speaking. I also do motivational speaking. I'm actually opening my YouTube channel very soon.
Wow.
Yeah, so I have a lot to do.
Yeah. So teenagers are not just about the cheeky things that parents think they're doing.
I know.
You have a life, Stacey. When it comes to career and life in general, you feel like a teenager, you are a teenager. Do you have a focus on career and you have a destiny that you're chasing?
Yes. Okay. For me, I would say you follow your passion. You know, some of our parents tell us what to do. Guide us on what to do, but at the end of it all, after we finish the career, we bring the certificates, and it won't help. We should go with what we feel and the passion in us, so that we can make it in life.
For you, what do you want to be?
Okay, I want to be a nurse and also a counselor.
Now, in the 21st century, hearing a teenager saying they want to be a nurse, I don't want to say it's worrying, but it's very unusual. Because there's all these careers that have come up that look cool. And when you say you want to become a nurse or a teacher, you know, this old school kind of profession sounds like a little bit like you're delayed in life.
That tells you about something. It tells you about the youth empowerment seminars you were doing. As I told you, she's been part of that. She's come for several. And in our empowerment seminars, we empower the youth to be real, make them to be real, encourage them to get to know their potential, their talent, and what they want to be. And as you hear her speak, she's saying she wants to do a career that she wants and she likes.
Wow.
I know many parents, and even myself, I was forced to do a course that I didn't like, but fortunately I rebelled and I changed. But so many of the kids today are not lucky. And you end up with a course that you don't like, and you cannot have a career for the rest of your life that you're miserable. You know, you cannot become an engineer if you think that is not the best career you want. So making the right choice, nobody should tell you, "Hii career haina kazi." If you have that, this is your choice and this is your passion, you'll always have a job. You'll create it. You'll get a job. You'll always be outstanding, and therefore the world will notice you and you'll have something to do. But if you're forced into a career, you have no passion. You probably even perform poorly. You'll not connect or network with the people in that career, and therefore it's difficult for you even to get a job. So this is a product, and this is some of the outcome of our youth seminars, and we want to encourage youth and people in Nakuru, you know, parents, instead of putting your kids in a cage this December and any other holiday, let them go out and come and learn some of these things. Empower them so that they can become responsible adults rather than caging them and trying to control them.
Wow, that is powerful, because actually the Bible says that you give to make room for you. In other words, when you allow your child to do what you think as a parent is the best thing for them, you're actually diverting them from their blessing, because what God has put in them, it is what is going to attract blessings to them. It is what is going to attract the right doors to open for them. So allow your children to be who God has created them to be, because there is a speciality in every child. God has given specific talents, specific gifts, knowledge, wisdom, just, you know, ways of doing things that is special to every child. So don't force your child to be a doctor just because you think that you are in that profession and it's a good profession. Don't force your child to be an engineer if they feel they need to do music. Let them be and let them pursue music professionally. You never know, because God has put a special thing in every child. Now, we've been talking about time, and time, I think, is something teenagers always say, our parents don't have time with us. Now, let's say your parents have decided to listen, and now they have time. What do we spend time doing? Are there activities? Because I'm thinking now, okay, Amina, you're my daughter, I'm here. We have talked for 20 minutes. It's getting boring. I mean, are there activities that we can engage ourselves into as parents and teenagers to just spend more time in a relaxed environment?
Yeah, there are many activities.
Yeah.
For me, I love cooking. So if my mom is bored with me talking, we can go to the kitchen and do something for the family.
Okay.
And for example, maybe your child, they love swimming.
Yeah.
You can go out to do swimming with them. We can go out on a date, have a family fun day. There are many activities to do.
All right.
We are going to sport. We do all such together. You just ask, what do you want for me to do for you? And the kids actually, we have many activities. We'll tell you, this is what we want, this is what we want. And you try your best, even though you're not good at it, you try your best to fit in that shoes. Because many parents will say, mezeka, I can't swim.
I mean, you take me skating, of course. Stacy, imagine me going skating with my 12-year-old. I mean, unless you want to take me to the hospital after. So what normal activities, let me call them normal, that you can do them with your parents and feel comfortable? Because I mean, like skating, you can imagine you possibly would be embarrassed because your friends are gonna see this daddy who can skate, and now he brought himself with a big tummy and he has come to skate. What activities can we have?
Okay, we can also have hiking.
Okay.
Swimming.
All right. Okay. Now, is that
just to add a few things from what they're saying?
Yeah.
You see, it doesn't have to be out of this world. It doesn't have to be very complex or expensive.
Yeah.
Or something that can only be in Panari. Or in, yeah. So they are just daily activities and you can do in the house.
Yeah.
First of all, parents, starting from when they are young, spending that time with your child in the evening, especially when you come from work. You can have the TV off and everything off. You do your homework together. Yeah.
Leave your computers at work.
Yes. Do the homework with the kid.
Yeah.
And then things like eating together, dinner, have some time with them. You can switch off the TV and eat together, talk, listen to them, let them tell you how the play was. They have a lot of things they can tell you. Those activities will help you to bond and have a healthy relationship. But they have to be something you have to be deliberate about. It doesn't work like automatically.
It doesn't come like that.
Yes, you have to work on it.
All right.
Yes.
So parents have to be willing to start from somewhere.
Yes.
Children also, I mean, in this case, teenagers have to be willing to grow with their parents into this, because some of the parents actually were never nurtured into relating with our parents. Actually, we just grew by default. Exactly. And we became who we are by default and maybe just by God's blessing. So I think it's very important for us as parents to look for ways of spending time with our children, maybe doing some normal activities at home, like you're saying, doesn't have to be out of this world. Things that are affordable. You can bake a microwave muffin. We always do that with my daughter. That cup.
Yes.
That cup, and sometimes it burns, and we laugh about it.
We make fun of it.
Yeah, so those simple things, or just buy a packet of popcorn with a sufuria and jiko and blow the popcorns, and you eat. I mean, those simple things, and I think a packet of popcorns costs you like around 20 shillings if the small packet.
Exactly.
And you can enjoy the popcorns together. You can sit and watch a movie together with your son or your daughter. Those simple things, I think they're important. And as we wind up, possibly you can just give us your last words for the audience.
My last words, we say it is not parenthood, it's parenthood.
Okay, it is not parenthood, it is parenthood.
Yeah, it starts from the beginning, since when you're actually supposed to have that bond comes with that time. So it's supposed to build from a young age.
Okay.
So you need to be free with your child, you need to train them from a young age so that when they grow up, they'll feel free, you'll have a good relationship and everything will work out.
Super.
Yeah.
Wow. Stacy, your last words to our viewers?
Okay. For me, I would say train up a child in the way he should go. When he's old, he'll not depart from it.
Amen.
Yeah.
That is powerful.
I know this is a season of exam results.
Yeah.
And I don't want to let this opportunity go.
The
exams will be out, the radiate are out, and the KCSE will be out. Parents will be over there, they'll be very angry with kids for their performance.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to tell any teenager who will get results that their parents are not happy about. They shouldn't feel depressed and you know, alone. They can call PDO. And we can, of course, there are things we can do with them. Secondly, the parents should know that all kids will not be pilots and astronauts and whatever. There are people who will be pastors. There are people who will be nurses. There are people who will be drivers. And what is important is you get into a career of your choice. There are musicians and dancers and all that. And we, you know, the grade that you get at KCSE does not necessarily define you.
Wow.
So nobody should feel bad that their kid did not perform well, and you should not put undue pressure on that kid because of their grade. Remember, they have 100% genetic material from you, so I mean, it's a reflection of you. So.
That's the parting shot. They have 100% genetic. All right. Okay, I didn't say it. He said it. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Toxic Show. We have been enjoying our time here, having you with us. It is great, and every time tune in to hear what we have for you. Until next time, God bless you.